Once again, Republicans are coming for your porn. To be specific, I mean to take it away. This is Oklahoma Senator Dusty Deevers, and I think that in addition to hearing his name, you got to see his picture. So this is Dusty Deevers. That's his real name.
Why does Dusty Deevers and Laura Loomer sound like they're starring in a porn together?
Yeah, they sound like either that they'd be in a porn or like a Marvel comic or something. It just doesn't like seem real.
They're either maybe Marvel X-rated stuff with men or they're X-Men. We'll figure it out.
100%. I like where you're thinking. But anyway, he's hoping to push through a bill in Oklahoma that makes the production and viewing of fully consensual porn a felony. And the way he's doing it, a little bit dishonest. He's trying to bundle it with a ban on child sex abuse materials. So trying to make it so that if you oppose this, well, aren't you in favor of child sex abuse materials? I think we can be a bit nuanced about that, but unfortunately he's trying to get one over on you. So this would ban the production and procurement of consenting adult pornography and make viewing it a felony offense, punishable with up to 20 years in prison for viewing it.
I was afraid of my mom walking into my room. I mean, imagine like the FBI.
Well, and if your mom did walk in and saw what was on your screen, bye-bye,
we'd all be arrested.
You'll all be arrested.
Isn't child pornography already illegal? Like he's kind of like using that a little bit.
I think it is.
Yeah, right.
I think it might be.
He's kind of like, it's kind of like arguing against food and saying don't eat the plate. Like we're not gonna. It's like that. We already know that part.
100%, yeah. Now what's interesting about this is everything, but then also there's this one extra characteristic that's super interesting. He has an exception that he wants in the bill. It would not prevent, quote, spouses from sending images of a sexual nature to each other, which it just feels to me like that's less of an ideological thing and more of a, now look, we all hate porn, but me and the missus love sending photos and videos to each other. So I'm gonna carve out a little exception for that. That's what it feels like to me. Am I being unfair?
If you're sending your wife a butt pic and then you accidentally put a wrong number in, you could go to jail.
You could dock someone into prison if they just see your butt pic. By the way, also, so I guess theoretically, if this law had been passed, when Marjorie Greene was showing naked images of Hunter Biden, everyone in Oklahoma who tuned into C-SPAN could be locked up for that. But like, do you get where we're going with this with the mockery? Like the idea that viewing something that is consensual, that Dusty Deevers is uncomfortable with, the idea that that should send you to prison is insane. Can we all agree on that? I know that Oklahoma is a different sort of place than LA, but can we all agree that you're allowed to look at a nude body if they want you to look at it? They made it for you to look at. I don't think that that's extreme or radical.
How do they police this? That's the scary part to me. Like, when you start like when you start to say stuff like this is illegal, what are they doing? Are they watching all of our search engines? Are they, it kind of gets to, 1984 levels of like police state.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and it's so weird that the anti-porn, anti-you being able to do what you want sexually movement is a right-wing thing in that the right often pretends that they want small government. But those two things, the anti-privacy and the anti-porn, are always closely tied together. They don't just want you to not do this stuff. They want to make sure that you don't do it. And they will be watching to make sure that you don't do it. And it's also so hypocritical. Ted Cruz, he was campaigning back in the day on banning porn and banning sex toys. And they interviewed his college roommate and said that, he appeared to be a fan of it back in the day. But anyway, he's also the guy that was liking porn on 9/11 on his Twitter account. And so it's this image they want to present of themselves. And it's so fake.
It is so fake. Dusty Deevers, like, how do you even know that your penis is smaller than the average size and you like to be humiliated for it if you don't have porn access?
You might never have known.
Allegedly. I'm just imagining that's what's going on there that got him so angry. I don't know. Again, it's people wanting to police other people's bodies and other, and being just uptight about sex.
Yeah, 100%. By the way, he campaigned on doing this stuff and he got elected. So, I mean, I guess I blame his constituents to some extent. Oh, also, like so many Republicans, he doesn't want to just stop you from watching porn. He also, no abortion, obviously, no exception. whatever. Like if you'll die, it doesn't matter, just die. But then also he wants to repeal no-fault divorce. Man, they love the idea that people will be chained to them for the rest of their life. I love how much they're projecting that they know they're the sorts of guys that people would divorce. And so they want to get out in front of that with the law.
Oh, a lot of this time is just them trying to measure their sin up to other people's sin all the time and trying to give them some sort of a free pass. These people who become these zealous Christian right people who just want to make sure that they're policing everything and censoring everything. It's all because they're trying to measure their sin up to ours or whoever's, and it's not going to work.
Yeah, and if you stop doing that, you'd have more time to measure the alleged micro penis that Daniel was talking about earlier. Anyway,
I just got a feeling. Look,
not much of a feeling, honestly. I feel gross. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.